Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yves Francois, and we're going to talk a little bit today about jazz and its very early days over a century ago. A friend of mine alerted me today of an article speaking of how the original Dixieland Jazz Band came into Chicago in 1916. That's 102 years ago, when they had to play faster tempos in Chicago than they did in New Orleans. This was the change in the music of the New Orleans-based music, which didn't really have a name, but was sometimes called Creole music, sometimes it was called jazz, sometimes it was just called the music we played, as musicians frequently say. When it got up to Chicago, a gentleman named Nick LaRocca, who was a cornet player, called the name the original Dixieland Jazz Band. This music was played faster than it was in New Orleans because the tempos of the music for dancers was faster with ragtime, with the cakewalk, and with the turkey trots, which were all popular music the last 10 or 15 years in the United States, than what they played in New Orleans. So it was the combination of that polyphonic music from New Orleans, which is not that different from some of the music played in Cuba, Martinique, or Trinidad, and the faster tempos that were played in the northern parts of the United States for dancers that created the synergy of what people got excited about in jazz. Dance is very important to jazz music, as it is to begin, as it is to rumba, and all of these other musics. We need to remember that when we're talking about jazz.
So, talking about that, with what is going on with your band right now and some of the transformation to your music, can you talk about what's going on with your new CD?
One of the things I'm very aware of is that when we play the Rakambu gigs, we have a lot more response to the music than when we're playing the straight up jazz gigs. The smaller group jazz gigs that I play, people are usually sitting down. As soon as I hit a song like Cachita or some other danceable groove, people become more interested. I believe that dance is a universal experience for all people in the audience, far more so than listening to a performance.
So the song that was just playing in the background, what is that?
That's Madam B. It's a begin that I wrote in the wah-bop style. The standard begin wouldn't have such a fast line. See, is almost like a bebop way of playing a traditional begin style. It has a lot more notes. That started in the middle-late 40s with people like El Revrat, Robert Mavouzzi, and trumpet player Abel Beauregard, who are all composers and jazz musicians, as well as they were begin musicians from Martinique and Guadeloupe.
Very interesting. Can you tell me some of the styles of music that will be on your upcoming CD?
We will definitely have begins. We're definitely going to have rumbas and congas, a samba. We also plan to have a high life number, and some blues and danceable blues jazz. When I played with Paul Bascom and other Southside musicians in my youth, we were very cognizant of the fact that you had to have a good, heavy backbeat to make people dance. Bascom, when he played over at the Robert Show Lounge in the 50s, would do that kind of boogie blues jazz like I did with Odie Payne and Franz Jackson and Blues for Hawk. And also we did the congas, the rumbas, and all these other musics, as well as ballads, because he wanted people to dance.
And so your new CD is more focused on the dance aspect of the music?
Yes, I want to show the interconnections between jazz and all the other Afro-Caribbean musics and West African musics, from Congo, from Nigeria, from Senegal, from Ghana, as well as the musics from Harlem and New Orleans in the United States, and all the Caribbean islands and South American nations.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to hearing that new music. Do you have an idea when the CD's coming out?
We're hoping this summer.
Okay, well, looking forward to it. And you have a Patreon account, right?
Yes, I do. Please come and visit it. It's patreon.com, Yves Francois Ritmo.
And you'll have that down in the comment section, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay, great. Take care.
Thank you. Have a great one.